Hey, hey, Sagittarius. Happy June, coming at you with the better late than never reading. We're going to dive right in because I know we're going to make up for lost time. I believe in divine timing, Sagittarius. Going to get a couple downloads here. Let's see. In June for Sagittarius Sun, Moon, and Rising Spirit. What does Sagittarius need to know? What do they need to know this month? Potentials and pitfalls, Spirit. Where do they stand and where are they headed? And how can they make the best use of this energy? Let's dive in. And it's funny because, ooh, all right. I was hearing a song as I was tuning into your energy, Sag, and then I see this Two of Swords and it makes total sense. And I honestly don't even know the artist. I feel like this was 80s or early 90s. And it's these guys going, jump! Go ahead and jump! Also, might as well jump. I don't know, but I kind of feel some of you are, whoa. Ha! Wow. Go ahead and jump, Sagittarius. Jeezy crazy. Okay. Now, here's the thing is, Sagittarius, it's not like you to hold back. It's not like you to stay stuck. So it's not like you to need a song telling you to go ahead and jump. You're the kind of sign that does jump. Wanderlust, adventure, I'm going for it. And here you stand at the center of your reading. Two of Wands, the crossroads. Sagittarius, might be time to shake things up a little, because I think that the world, judging by this tower sitting in the key position, wants to shake things up for you. And it's okay to feel stuck. It's okay to feel unsure. It's okay to be in limbo. So Spirit is not judging you, and neither am I when I say, hey, might as well jump, because you need to do it when you feel ready to do it, or else, you know, you'll always look back and wonder, etc., etc. So they're telling me, and of course, Sagittarius, this part where I'm going to say these are general readings, and because it's not one-on-one, I'm getting a few different things. For some of you, this is like, I'm not ready to leave this relationship. I mean, the tower is important things. I'm not ready to leave this job. I'm not ready to leave this city or this country. And these are the things that I'm hearing. And far be it from me to shove you out the door or out of the nest, as the case may be, before you're ready, Sagittarius. But it feels like there are gifts available. There is money, resources, jobs available. There are wise, helpful allies available to you. Tap in. What do you need? And ask for it. That's what Spirit is saying. Okay. So I want to talk about this guy sitting across the center of your reading. The fella causing all the trouble, as usual. Just kidding, Sagittarius. The devil, if you haven't been here before, is not Satan, does not represent evil or anything like that in the tarot. He's more related to Pan, the horny little goat god that was constantly being tempted and chasing nymphs and things. The devil does have in common that he is a lie, though. The devil is a lie. The devil is the fear of what we will be without fill in the blank, Sagittarius. Without this person, without this job, without this ego identification. And that's what they're saying for some of you. And this is super specific, but for some of you, it's kind of something along the lines of, do I really want to give up something that sounds really prestigious and trade it for something that maybe doesn't sound as fancy, but it's like, it's kind of what I want, or I'm kind of sick of this prestigious thing over here and I kind of want to go for something that feels just more wholesome, healthy for you. And I only mean wholesome in the sense of like it feels good to you, Sagittarius. You've been disappointed recently. A little bit of disenchantment. I feel a lot of you can sense that it's time to make a decision and to do what feels right. Justice, sitting in your unconscious. This is a good card to see when we have the devil sitting right across the middle of your reading, saying like, hey, yes, there is some oppressive or attachment kind of force. What makes you, Sagittarius, feel low, dependent, like low energy, low excitement. You know what I mean? Sometimes it's like we're going through life, everything's cool. Maybe we like our job and we like the place we live and da-da-da-da-da, but maybe we're dealing with a person that just keeps jerking around our emotions. And that's what I'm hearing for some of you, is like you can be going along with a skip in your step, typical Sagittarian, like happy-go-lucky quality, and then you get a text or whatever from this person and it's just like everything changes. And like that's kind of the feeling that they gave me, is just like, do you need that, Sagittarius? And if you need that, could you make some adjustments that would make it a little more healthy, that would make it a little more equitable? Because again, I'm not asking you, I'm not shoving you out the door or out the nest or trying to take the thing that you want from you, even if it's something that might be bad for you. Like maybe you're drinking a little too much. Like this can be about overindulgence. This can be about even, okay, like this is what they're showing me, so I'm just going to say it. Like they're even showing me somebody who's like locked up in their room, like just like playing games or like just permanently like plugged in and online for like hours and hours and hours and hours, to the point of like it's kind of like a cocoon, and like that it might be like, okay, time to get some fresh air, time to make a shift, time to make a change. Because good things want to come for you, Sagittarius. Sitting in the position of where you find yourself is the Empress, the creator, the receiver of gifts. The Empress is beauty, bounty, pleasure. And she is a true and wholesome pleasure, a very natural state of pleasure, unlike the devil, where it's like there can be pleasure that comes with heavy weight or heavy chains, heavy strings. There's a payment. You know what I mean? People who get on hard drugs, it's like they're forever chasing that amazing high, even though it comes with this tremendous low and like withdrawal and Lord knows like all kinds of other really difficult, awful things. So if you're inviting or allowing or perpetuating something in your life that might give you a little charge but then has a horrible come down, I feel that this is where Spirit wants your focus this month. That's something that for your highest good, they want you to make a little adjustment. Now, to have the Empress in the position of where you find yourself, that's why they're saying, Sagittarius, if you want it, ask for it. What do you want? And don't worry about how crazy or not it is for just a minute. You know what I mean? There's a quality about the Empress of ask and you shall receive. And I actually want to tell you, don't be careful what you wish for. Be extravagant. Be absurdly optimistic. Like, that's one of your gifts. And, Sagittarius, you have, like I said, allies, people available to help you. The High Priestess is sitting in the position of who or what is around you. A lot of you have, you're very intuitive yourself, okay? But a lot of you have somebody that is like your go-to, like that's my, you know, it's funny, but Spirit just said like psychic friends network, but like as a joke, it's like that's my psychic friend, like that's my friend who, even if they don't consider themselves, you know, the High Priestess often is somebody who's like, oh yeah, like I dowse, or I use the pendulum, or I read the cards, or read the stars, or whatever. But this may also just be somebody that's like, they've got uncanny freaking like Hannibal Lecter style, oh, I'm looking at you and I know your motive. Go to that friend. Spirit just said Capricorn. Haha. So some of you, that's a Capricorn friend. This person can give you wisdom. This person can also help you with grounding. This person can provide a nice counterbalance. And I feel that for some of you, the Capricorn is like the earth to your fire. You know what I mean? Like, wait, let's build a little brick, you know, kiln around your fire so that we can make something out of it so that it's not running wild. Now, speaking of building a brick kiln, the Emperor, sitting in the position of what is possible. And Sagittarius, I have to take this moment to say that whenever I see the Emperor and the Empress together in a reading, it's like the possibilities are wide, because the Empress is the receiver and the Emperor is the doer. You know, he's the builder. And if you... Could you revamp your routine, Sagittarius? Could you revamp the order in which you show up for your life? The order of your home, the order of your room, the order of your office, the order of your day. The routine, do you even have one? And if you don't, would it behoove you? Would it benefit you to have one? I feel like this month is offering you a shift in perspective, and that can be uncomfortable. The Hanged Man and the Tower together. Now, what they're actually telling me is that with the Hanged Man and the Tower together, even though, again, like, it's uncomfortable, that's what these cards have in common, is like uncomfortable change. And often it feels like it's without our permission, like our world got turned upside down. But whenever that happens, Sagittarius, and especially for a philosophical fella like you, we can see that as an opportunity to look at the world from a different angle. We can look at it as an opportunity to almost like learn a new language, learn a new way of seeing things. So if things go topsy-turvy, you know, you got a lot of topsy-turvy energy here. It might be an opportunity to actually shake things back into a more equitable, a more harmonious, a more fair, and just, like, justice is here, a just outcome, where you're getting paid what you deserve, where you're receiving what you deserve in exchange for what you give, whether that's money, whether that's attention, whatever. I feel that the key, this is kind of a let go, let God month, Sagittarius. And the more that you courageously liberate yourself, the more that you detonate maybe your own towers of, you know what, I'm willing to change this. When Spirit is saying ask for it because they want to give it to you, and they're saying if you're willing to make these adjustments, it's not about receiving a divine spanking if you get it wrong, or a divine like, oh, here's your present for thanks for doing it right. We all know the world doesn't work that way, or the world would look very different. But it is the people who have the audacity to ask and the audacity to move in the direction of what they're asking for, even if they have to start with the teeny tiniest millimeters of baby steps of like nothing. They start with nothing and try to make it into something. The universe responds to that energy. When you integrate that you are the creator, you know, you don't have the magician here, but Spirit is saying like you are the magician. When you integrate that you're the creator, you're the magician, that's when things start to move. If you want to move things, move. You feel me? If you want to make a change, change something. And you will see. You will see the world change externally in ways that don't seem to make sense, but that also seem fucking awesome. Just throwing it out there, Sagittarius. I want to get this video up for you, so I will leave it there. I love, love, love you, Sagittarius, and I really hope that this is helpful. I appreciate you watching this, even coming late in the month, and I hope that it provides you something. And if I don't see you in the next Magic Monday video, then I hope I see you in July's reading. Bye, Sagittarius.